China has vast tea-producing areas. Almost all the great mountains in the country produce famous teas. The great mountains have large forests, misty cloud seas, and clear springs. Together, they make a warm, humid, and shady environment suitable for the growth of tea trees. Almost all the famous teas made in the past and modern times are from the Great Mountains. Today, they will introduce several famous green teas and their producing places. From this part, you can learn not only the variety of famed green tea, but also some famous scenic spots in China. 1. Westlake Longjing Tea. Westlake lies in Hangzhou, Zhejiang Province. Hangzhou is one of the most beautiful cities of China, enjoying a high fame since ancient times. It is, together with Suzhou of Jiangsu Province, regarded as the paradise on earth. Westlake is the most celebrated scenic spot of Hangzhou. It makes a big contribution to bring Hangzhou its enormous fame, and it is also why Westlake Longjing Tea gets its name. Hangzhou is surrounded by mountains in 3 sides, as early as the Tang Dynasty. Tianzhu Temple and Lingyin Temple in the Westlake area already made tea. Longjing tea is called Longhong in early times. In the Ming Dynasty, local people found a dragon-shaped rock when digging a well, so the name of Longjing came into being. Jing means a well in Chinese. After its appearance, Longjing tea rose to fame quickly and soon became one of the famed teas. Known for being fresh and tender, the best Longjing leaves should be picked and processed before pure brightness. A day around April 5th or 6th, called before brightness tea, Ming Qian tea in Chinese. Leaves picked and processed after pure brightness and before green rain were a little worse in quality, called before rain tea. Gu Yu tea in Chinese. According to the various shapes of the leaves, people gave them different fancy names. The carefully selected leaves shoots were lotus heart. 1 shoot, 1 piece leaves were banner spear. 1 shoot, 2 piece leaves were sparrow tongue. Westlake Longjing has always been known for 4 typical features: green in color, strong in fragrance, sweet in taste, and beautiful in shape. After being made, the leaves stretched out, strengthened themselves, and swam up and down in the water, displaying a lively picture. The tea was clear and clean, and left a pleasant and long aftertaste. There is an interesting tale about Westlake Longjing. When Emperor Qianlong of Qing Dynasty went to the south, he went to the Westlake district to have a drink of local Longjing tea. Seeing the skillfulness of the tea-picking girls, he couldn't help getting interested and started learning to pick. Just then, some attendants hurried along to announce that the Queen Mother was ill. Carelessly putting the newly picked leaves in his sleeve, Qianlong hurried back to Beijing. The Queen Mother had nothing serious, just a little indigestion plus missing her son. With the son's coming back, the Queen Mother got half well. She noticed that gusts of fragrance came out of Qianlong and asked why. Only then did the emperor remember the leaves in his sleeve. He took them out and made tea with them. The tea was sweet, strong, and tasteful, curing the Queen Mother's ailments at once. Qianlong was so pleased with this that he gives order that 18 tea trees in front of Longjing Temple be named Royal Tea, which made Longjing tea even more famous. Because the leaves that Qianlong took back to Beijing was prize flight in his sleeve, the later leaves were all made into that shape. Well, let's watch an interesting cartoon movie in Chinese.
又见到你了。
是啊，见到你就像见到这美丽的西湖一样，我太开心了。
Tom， 听你说中国话真是太好玩了。
西湖龙津，这名字好怪呀，为什么叫龙津呢？
这有什么好奇怪的？只是一个名字而已，就像你们美国的自由女神一样。为什么不叫民主女神、和平女神？道理是一样的。
你这叫什么解释嘛？你不知道就算了，人家西湖龙井也是有来历的，好不好？不信你在电脑上查查。
据说，在我国清代，有一位乾隆皇帝非常喜欢旅游。有一天呢，他来到了杭州，也就是我们现在所在的地方。他欣赏完了西湖的美丽风光，突然口渴了，于是，一位老和尚就端出了当地有名的龙井茶给他喝。
好茶，好茶！
为了弄清楚这好茶的加工过程，乾隆皇帝亲自到茶园里去参观。
什么味道？怎么这么香呢？我的头好像没刚才疼了。
母后，不会是我衣袖中的茶芽的香味吧？我让下人马上泡茶给你喝。
真是难得的好茶呀！
母后，你怎么下床了？
喝下这茶水，我已经全好了，就不想再躺着了。
这真是太神奇了！我要封这些茶树为御茶树。
茶芽治好了太后的病，乾隆皇帝一高兴，当即下旨，将西湖狮峰山下湖公庙前，也就是他当初采茶芽的地方的18棵茶树封为御茶树。后来那里变成了西湖龙井的产地。
原来西湖龙井是这么一个来历，还顺便逛了一下古代的西湖，真是太神奇了。
是谁刚才还说西湖龙井没有来历来着？
Picking longjing involves a lot of knowledge and skill. Tea picking is closely related to seasons. Farmers in tea areas often say that 3 days earlier it's a treasure, 3 days later it's trash. Generally speaking, the annual picking period lasts 190 to 200 days. Leaves on a tea tree need 22 times of picking a year. Spring tea leaves are picked around late March, when little buds started to pop out. They need 8 to 9 times of picking, because if the weather is good, new leaves will come out in less than 3 days after the previous picking. Up to 8 to 9 times of picking do the leaves come to dormancy. While in early summer, they wake up and give birth to new leaves again, which are called second tea. Picked leaves must be less than 2 centimeters. 2 things need to be noticed in picking. First, avoid broken leaves. Second, keep the young leaves, because they will germinate again, and then one young leaf will become 2 new leaves, and 2 become 4. While picking, both hands and eyes are busily engaged. Leaves on protruding branches will be picked from bottom to up alternatively. When picking clumps of different height, you have to stand at one time and squat at another. On sunny days, the newly picked, fresh, tender leaves will have to be put in the basket in time. Seen in a distance, the quick and deft hands of the tea-picking girls are like pairs of butterflies flying among the green leaves. What a wonderful scene! Picking decides the grace of leaves, while frying decides their color, shape, and taste. In the past, wood fire or coal fire were used in frying leaves, so heating was very important. There was a saying of 70% of heating and 30% of frying. But now, electric cooker is widely used in order to better control the temperature. Although presently leaves are also fried by machines, these leaves cannot be compared with the hand-fried leaves, either in appearance, color, or taste. Therefore, first-class Westlake longjing tea leaves are still fried by hand. These crafts usually runs in the family, handed from one generation to another. Tea frying is arduous work. Hands cannot touch the cooker bottom but to contact leaf surface, whose temperature is about 60 centigrade. It's ineluctable for learners to get their hands burned. Only after a year of frying, when both hands are covered with thick colors, can they bear the heat in the cooker. Frying is also a practice that needs power of understanding and creativity. Ways of frying vary according to types of tea leaves, water content, cooker temperature, and the size and strength of hand. All these require a lot of thinking. What is more, they require constant accumulation of experience through practice. The older generation of tea frying workers usually started their apprenticeship since teens. They began with standing the kitchen fair. After 20 or 30 years of training and practice, they finally acquire maturity in their skills. Nevertheless, whether one can become a superb master of tea frying depends on one's talent, as well as diligence. Longjing tea mainly comes from 5 districts near Westlake. They used to be classified into 5 types because of their different producing areas: lion, dragon, cloud, tiger, and plum. Now they are combined into 3: lion, plum, and dragon, of which the most precious are the leaves from the 18 tea trees that had been conferred by Emperor Qianlong. In an auction held in China in 2005, the tiger price for 100 grams of such royal leaves was 80,000 renminbi, and the knockdown price was 145,600 renminbi per 100 grams, much more valuable than gold.